You really want to make sure something's set, sealed. Put Silly Putty over wet paint, it'll pull it up. Same thing as tape. And that's why I didn't do the feet yet, because I'm holding him down here. The more and more you put on, the more and more it gets harder to hold the item. So as you can see, it's getting there, slowly. Now I don't want to lay him on his back, so put him into the base. I guess now that I got that area going, what I guess I'll do is I'll start working on the back. Keep him in the base now. And you can make generic bases. So for the back, let's get this going over here a little bit. What I will do, you can do one of a couple things. You can do each piece first. I think I'll try it. Not too much. If I find that this is going to be an issue, what I might do is I might just spray the whole piece blue and then mask this off on the outside and just do it red and match it back up. But we'll see. It's kind of not running too well. But I've done smaller stuff than this in the past. When you do a small area like this, when you go to airbrush, don't spray heavy. It will just flop up the Silly Putty. You don't want to do that. I think that's going to work. So as you can see, did one of it. Let's see if we can zoom in for you. See? Takes a little time, a little practice. So for now I'm just going to keep running with this. And then we'll see if we can do the speed up video. If not, I'll just have to show you the finished product. So there you go. See, running with it. I'm gonna stop the video real quick. Just gonna take a little break because it does get tedious. Need to make a phone call. Come back. We'll see if we can do that speed up video so you can see me working really fast, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, as you've seen, we did all the masking. I'm happy with the way it came out. It took me about, I guess you could say, like a half hour or so. Just wanted to make sure I got every line. Make sure when you do them all up, there's no red showing or anything else, because if you miss a spot, it'll kill you, because when you pull it off, all of a sudden you see blue over there. As you can see, is I put the saran wrap over those areas, which, you know, if you throw Silly Putty all over here, then you go to grab it, it'll start smushing and moving, all that. So I pretty much did that so I could hold the head and everything. For this guy, what I'm using is Citadel Enchanted Blue, but they changed the name. It's not Enchanted Blue anymore. I found out it's now Caldor Sky. It's a nice blue. I think it works good for Spidey. And then I'm going to use a golden shading gray to do all the shading areas. So what I'll do is I'll paint them up, and then we'll come back as I pull off everything. So this way it's mainly not about the painting, it's all about the masking. So we'll be back. Okay, real quick, I took off the saran wrap, and it's good to have saran wrap at certain areas so it gives me an idea of the colors and how they match up. And looking at this, it's probably pretty hard to see. I like the way the colors came out. I didn't go crazy on all the shadows and stuff in here like a factory would do, because I'm not kind of sure how it's going to blend with the red. So what I'm going to do is when I get back to pulling this off, because it's still drying and setting, I might blend shadow going from the red into here so it looks a little bit more uniformed. But for now, it just gives you an idea of what we're looking at, and it's really cool. So we'll be back. Alright, we're back, and pretty much I painted him up, sealed him, and pretty much just time to take off all the stuff. Now I use my X-Acto blade, because sometimes if you spray a little thick, stuff might get cakey. It all depends on how you sprayed it, but pretty much just comes right off. Didn't go too crazy with it. So as you can see, take that off, and we got the back piece. And if you use thicker paints, you can kind of run into problems. Sometimes Silly Putty gets stuck in a crack, so you gotta just put some more Silly Putty onto it and kind of pull it off. And as you can see, I didn't go super crazy with the shadowing because I kind of didn't want to go overboard with that. And this seems to be coming up very nicely. And that's why I love working with Silly Putty. Now, I mean, I still like to let paint really sit and set for a while. I mean, so I would really like to let this sit for a day. I mean, even though you can hit it with a hair dryer, but I just don't want to play with it too much. You see a little chunk of Silly Putty get there, so you just mush some up in your hand. And just put it in there, pull it right out. So as you can see, there you go. Nice blue Spider-Man. And what I might do now is let this sit, touch up a little bit. A little piece of paint got over here. Kind of scrape that off. And I'll do some touch-ups, and then pretty much that's masking with Silly Putty. So now you got a nice bright blue and red Spidey. So hopefully you guys like the way that turned out.